Taylor. Jane, was your trip productive?
Get her mango wet. Got the battery pack on the back of me. I'm Jango Fett. Jetpack off the patio balcony. Calling the cavalry, then notify the academy. Pick up a couple of casualties. Sick of the fact that she have to be mad at me. Every day I give it to her, then she throw it back at me.
Yeah, I'm the best actually, you asking me. This is a catastrophe, that's just the way that it has to be.
Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to look at the complete Jango Fett 12-inch figure collection. And we're just going to go in order of release. If you want a closer look at each figure with different poses and like all the accessories they come with, I do have individual videos for each figure. But in this video it's going to be more of a brief look at the figure with a couple other little facts and just whatever else I can think of that might be interesting. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the first one. Alright, to start things off, we have the Jango Fett with missile firing jetpack. This one is unique in that you kind of have to dress up the whole thing. It just comes with him with the jumpsuit and then his gauntlets and gloves on. And then you have to put all the rest of the armor on. The holsters, the, leg armor, jetpack, helmet. He has super shiny blasters, which are really cool. And dressing this thing up was kind of a pain. I didn't really enjoy that, but maybe other people would kind of have fun doing that with their action figure. But really cool figure overall. And yeah, you should definitely go check out the other video if you want to look even more into this figure and what it's all about. Alright, next up we have the electronic Battling Jango Fett, and this one is intended to be bought with an electronic Obi-Wan, and they both have like electronic sounds and dialogue.
Don't move, Jedi. You can't stop me. You will not defeat me.
This one's a ton of fun because the jetpack flames in the back will light up and turn red. The jetpack missile fires with a push of a button, and it has sound effects for everything. Every single time you push a button. It even has like a little marble inside that when you shake the figure around, it will make like punches and grunts, and it's really cool. This is definitely one of my favorites because it's not like you can actually pose this one and it's not going to give you any grief. Some of these other 12 inches are pretty high end and can't handle too much handling before they start falling apart. So this is the one that I wish I would have gotten when I was younger as a kid, to just pose and play with and have fun, and it could actually handle it and it wouldn't totally fall apart. Has a removable helmet, and yeah, is pretty heavy. It took me a while to find a stand that could actually hold this thing up. So yeah, that's it for this one. Okay, next up we have the 12-inch Jango Fett by Medicom. This one came out in 2007. This was This is the first 12-inch figure that I got, one of the earliest pieces in my collection. So this one kind of faced the wrath of a young Star Wars fan posing it, taking pictures of it. I would take it to a friend's house and a school, show and tell, stuff like that. So I had a ton of fun with this one. Ended up breaking the left arm shoulder joint, and so that does limit how many poses it can do, but considering, I think it's held up pretty well, and it still looks pretty awesome, and I still love this piece. The articulation is pretty good. I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, I had a hard time getting his legs to articulate, but I think later I was able to give it a little more force, and it was able to move. But yeah, for the most part, just keep his legs straight. That's just the easiest way for him to stand and to pose like that. So yep, his helmet removes, his rangefinder goes down, the rocket is removable. That's about it for this one. Let's go ahead and continue with our next one. Alright, here's the second Jango Fett Medicom. This is the Geonosis version, that's what they call it, because it comes with the other jetpack that Jango Fett uses, come more towards the second half of the movie, and his jumpsuit is more purple than blue, and I'm gonna have a little video discussing which color is more accurate, or if they're both accurate from the movies. So kind of keep an eye out for this one, but This figure came out in 2011, so it was about 4 years after. I don't know what was going on with that. It seems like kind of an afterthought, having come out so many years later. But everything else is pretty much the same. Like the armor mold and sculpting is the same, the articulation is the same, the face sculpt is the same. So a lot of similarities with this one, with just the key differences of the jetpack and the flight suit. So yeah, let's keep going. Okay, and here we have the Jango Fett 12-inch Sideshow action figure. And Sideshow actually distributed a lot of these 12-inch figures. They distributed the Medicom and the Hot Toys one that we'll be looking at next. But I think this is the one that they made and distributed on their own. I don't recall if they had any other companies in on this one, any action figure toy making companies making this one. And this was like the one to have for a long time. It was like the best one for a while. And then, you know, the Hot Toys one came out and it was super awesome as well. I decided to pose this one with the poncho and like a little smoking flame accessory with this one. This is the only action figure that comes with kind of a smoke accessory like that, and so it was really cool. And his poncho was really cool. I didn't feel bad covering it up and going without displaying his jetpacks either. There's two versions of this one. It was pretty much, one just included a helmet head sculpt with like the Slave One headgear on it. I didn't even know that. This was one of the figures I got in Hong Kong. I walked into an actual Hot Toys store and they had this Sideshow figure. So Hot Toys actually might have been involved with this figure as well. But yeah, then I found out later that it had a helmet sculpt. So I don't have that piece, unfortunately, because all these 12-inch figures do have head sculpts. Most of them are removable helmets. This one and the Sideshow one, you actually swap out the entire headpiece. It's kind of a pain to do. And I think his helmet looks super awesome, so I almost always display them with the helmet anyway, so it's not too missed. It would have been cool to show for the video, but I don't think I would end up using it that much. So this one is all made of, you know, really nice painted plastic, like kind of a leathery material for the holsters and belt, and cloth for the legs, jumpsuit, nice cloth good for the poncho as well. Comes with both jetpacks, and feel free to check out the other video if you're interested in looking further into this figure. Alright, and lastly, but certainly not least, we have the Hot Toys Jango Fett 12-inch figure. And this one looks really awesome. It looks really accurate, and the proportions are probably better than any of the other figures. The colors, just everything they did, looks really great. Really great with this one. Also has the awesome like cloth materials and kind of leather-like goods, like the Sideshow figure and a couple of the other ones. And this one has the most like accessories than any other 12-inch figure. It comes with like a lot of accessories that people don't even know about. And so if you want to learn more about those, I actually explain that in my other video and where they come from, and I give a lot of background on the character itself in that video, so you might learn some cool stuff about Jango Fett. But yeah, this one has like a swappable helmet piece with and without the dent. You can swap out the helmet for a head sculpt. Has both jetpacks and just a whole bunch of other cool stuff that comes with this one. Looks really awesome. Some posing mobility issues in the shoulders. I can't raise them up all the way. I've heard people mention of stuff that they've tried to get them to go up, like removing the kind of like fat suit is what I heard someone refer to as, that's underneath his armor on his torso. I don't know if you have to remove like the armor and the little black vest underneath, or if there's an additional piece under that they're referring to, or just like modding the figure's joints to make it more flexible. But I'm not gonna worry about any of that stuff. I'm just gonna leave it as is and enjoy the poses that he can pull off. So comes with a really great stand. Not all of these, I think only 2 of these 12-inch figures actually come with a stand. This Hot Toy one and the Sideshow one. All the rest of them I had to get stands, I guess with the exception of the 2007 Medicom. Comes with kind of a crappy clear stand. And so, yes, I'm very happy when these do come with stands because I always have to get them, otherwise they fall over. And, you know, these are the most expensive action figures in my collection. Usually the other stuff that I buy isn't as expensive as these ones. But yeah, this figure is brand new, came out this year in 2022. And that's it. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this video, and just one last reminder that I do have individual videos for each figure. If you are interested in one in particular, just you want to go check out and learn more info on each figure. It's been a lot of fun collecting these ones. Of course, you know, if you do want to get some of these on your own, you are going to be paying a little bit more than maybe if you're collecting some of the other smaller items. But yeah, if you're into like toy photography or anything, these things are really cool. They definitely take pictures really well, and you can do a lot of fun stuff with them. You just got to be careful posing them, kind of go slow, and you know, don't be too hard on them because they are meant to be displayed and not necessarily played with, so they do have like a limit of how much you can pose them and move them around. I've had some of mine for a few years and they've held up, but you know, you just gotta be careful. I've had to glue some things back in place because some things just kind of fall off and fall apart. So yeah, love these figures. Ton of fun doing these videos. I hope you guys enjoy them too, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Crazy. Go crazy. I made him mad, now he upset. If he acting up, come for his neck. Fake him out, now he don't know his neck.